A knockout stage World Cup match. 0 goals, 1 shots on target for Colombia, 1. That number alone should terrify every single Colombia fan on the planet. Welcome back to World Goals. Today we're arguing why this 0-0 tells you which team is a fraud, what the shots on target stat actually reveals, and what happens next. And you won't like the answer. Let's start with Switzerland, because everyone always underestimates them. Every tournament, every single time. They show up, nobody writes the preview about them, the pundits pick the glamorous side to win, and then Switzerland goes ahead and makes you look stupid. That is not an accident. That is a system. Murat Yakin's side set up at BC Place with one agenda: suffocate. They dropped into a disciplined mid-block, cut off the lanes into Colombia's creative players, and forced everything wide. They were compact, they were organized, and they were absolutely relentless about it. And here's the thing. 2 shots on target for Switzerland against a side with Colombia's defensive pedigree and knockout football? That's not a failure. That's a team that understood the assignment. They weren't trying to win a beauty contest. They were trying to win a knockout game. And when the final whistle goes at 0-0, Switzerland didn't lose. But Colombia had a bigger problem. And that problem was staring everyone in the face the whole time. But nobody wanted to say it out loud. 1 shot on target in a knockout World Cup match. 1. Let that breathe for a second. Colombia brought genuine attacking talent into this tournament. The expectation, the hype, the belief that this generation could do something special, it was all real. And yet, when the moment arrived under the lights at BC Place with everything on the line, they managed 1 single shot that troubled the goalkeeper. That is a creative black hole. That is a team that looked like it had no plan B, no variation, no way through a well-organized Swiss defensive shape. And here's what nobody is saying loudly enough. Switzerland only had 2 shots on target themselves. So this wasn't just Colombia being shut out. This was a match where both attacks essentially ceased to exist. But the difference is this. Switzerland came in with a plan to make that happen. Colombia had no excuse for it. When you have attacking quality and you are neutralized that completely, the question isn't about the opposition's system. The question is about your own leadership, your own ideas, your own courage to do something different. And that question is hanging over Colombia right now like a storm cloud. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because what comes next could define both of these sides. A knockout stage 0 doesn't just happen. It's a verdict. And the verdict here is complicated in the best possible way. Switzerland have proven, again, that they are one of the most difficult sides in world football to break down. They are not flashy. They will not trend on social media. But they grind, they organize, they believe in the system. And that makes them genuinely dangerous as this tournament progresses. Colombia, on the other hand, have to answer an uncomfortable question about whether this group has the creative depth to unlock a parked bus when the stakes are highest. Because in knockout football, Switzerland's approach is the rule, not the exception. Everyone parks, everyone organizes, everyone makes it ugly. The sides that go deep are the ones that can solve that puzzle. Right now, based on this match, it's hard to make the case that Colombia can. Switzerland, quietly, methodically, look like a side with a genuine path to the latter stages, and nobody is talking about them, which honestly is exactly how they like it. The most dangerous team in this tournament might just be the one wearing red and white, and playing like they have absolutely nothing to prove. So here's the debate. Is Switzerland genuinely a dark horse threat? Or does this 0-0 expose them as well? Drop your take in the comments below. Share this with a football fan who needs to hear it, and subscribe to World Goals. We're just getting started.